Outstanding work in North Africa, Lieutenant. Operation Torch was a success. With our forces pressing Rommel from the west and Montgomery's British troops closing in from the east, it looks like the Africa Corps' days are numbered. Major Grillo was quite impressed with your actions, and he specifically requested you for this next mission. Again, what I'm about to tell you is top secret. As you may know, our primary advantage against the German U-boat threat lies in our ability to detect them with ship and airborne radar. Unfortunately, we've learned that the Kriegsmarine has developed a new piece of equipment, a kind of radar detector called the Naxos, which will enable wolfpacks to find the blind spots in our patrol sweeps and once again attack Allied convoys with impunity. This would give the enemy a tremendous advantage, shifting the balance of power in the Atlantic back to the Germans. The British are researching a way to neutralize this new technology, but I fear it won't be ready in time to prevent the carnage that could result from this Naxos detector being deployed by our enemy. Major Grillo has infiltrated a Kriegsmarine U-boat base in Trondheim, Norway, where the Naxos program has reached the prototype phase. Your mission is to rendezvous with the Major, assist in destroying the existing prototype unit, and steal whatever research documents you can find. This action should set the enemy back long enough to give the British time to develop an effective countermeasure. The Allied convoys that traverse the North Atlantic are the lifeblood of the war effort, Lieutenant. Let me be clear. This Naxos prototype must be destroyed at any cost, no matter what may happen to you or Major Grillo. Your transport, manned by the Norwegian resistance, departs at 0400 tomorrow, so get some rest. You'll receive additional briefing material once you're established in the field. Good luck, Lieutenant. I expect to shortly see you and the Major back here in London.
Secret documents of the Kriegsmarine, Trondheim, Norway, 12th of February, 1943. It appears that the German Navy, the Kriegsmarine, has been creating a highly sensitive radar detector to allow their U-boats to regain control of the Atlantic. They've codenamed the device Naxos. If this device works, it will let their U-boats dodge our naval radar patrols easily. You'll be inserted near Trondheim, where we believe the prototype is being developed. Major Grillo has been operating undercover as a local German officer since January, and he'll be at the gate to let you into the facility. Wait for his radio signal and be ready to snipe the guards from a safe distance. Cover him while he opens the main gate. You'll be bringing in plenty of explosives to destroy the U-529, since Major Grillo cannot procure enough high explosives on site without arousing suspicion. Once you're in, stay with Grillo and head for the research building. First, steal all documents pertaining to the prototype, then infiltrate the submarine pens. Major Grillo will be in command. Just follow his lead and everything should work like clockwork. Stanley Hargrove, Colonel, U.S. Army, Commanding.
Blue Fox, this is White Rook. I'm in the guardhouse near the gate. I'm now standing in front of the window. You should be able to see me through the scope. I'm going to take out the guards at the gate. When I open fire, give me sniper cover. Then watch the perimeter for any reinforcements.
Go on without me. Direkt in den deutschen Kugelsack!
Scuttling the U-529, Trondheim, Norway. 12th February, 1943. It appears that the mission plan has gone awry. You're going to have to go incognito if you're going to have chance of surviving this, Powell. Grab an officer's uniform from a locker room in the submarine facility and stick to speaking German until you're out of there. Here are the essentials you need to know while operating in disguise. 1. Always show your papers when asked. 2. Don't walk around with a weapon drawn, as it will immediately arouse suspicion. 3. To upgrade to a higher security level, locate a set of officers' papers. You may be forced to eliminate an officer in order to get to them. 4. If all else fails, try to isolate a troublesome officer before eliminating him. Destroy the Naxos prototype, get into the U-529, plant the explosives in the bow, and find another way out of the pens. Stanley Hargrove, Colonel, U.S. Army, commanding.
Und wie gefällt's dir in Norwegen?
Ganz gut.
Du hast es nicht hier?
Nein, kann ich nicht sagen.
Wirst du auch. Tun wir nämlich alle.
Ich wiederhole. Gefreiter Gustav Vogel im Bereich
Wie du meinst.
7.
Sieg! Heil!
Gib mir deinen König. Angel dir ein.
Herr Hauptmann!
Achtung, Achtung!
Die Papiere bitte.
Feldwebel Karl Dittmar in das Ausrüstungslager 2. Feldwebel Dittmar.
Haben Sie sich verlaufen?
Ausrüstungslager 2.
Wer hat Sie... Entschuldigung. Ihren Ausweis, bitte.
Achtung, Achtung! Leutnant Gerwig braucht
Wer
sofort
ist
2
der
Ladefahrzeuge im Lager 1.
Wie heißen Sie?
Amerikanischer Spion!
Kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
Wonach suchen Sie denn?
Stimmt etwas nicht?
Interessieren Sie sich für den Prototyp?
Soll ich Sie allein lassen? Hat eine Waffe!
Deine Waffe ist ein Prototyp! Schieß ihn!
Wir haben ihn! Alle Mann, Feuer!
Achtung, Achtung! U-665 läuft um 20 Uhr aus. Jeder, der sich freimachen kann, sollte dabei sein und der die Besatzung eine gute Fahrt
aber
wünschen.
Fritz sagt, dass Gobbel seine erste Spezialeinheit mit der Suche nach dem Bunker beauftragt hat.
Warum macht der Widerstand sowas?
Die haben Angst, dass wir alle hübschen Mädchen ins Vaterland mitnehmen, um die Herrenrasse zu verfeinern.
Irre. Kaum zu glauben.
Ach, das ist gar nichts. Die Norweger spinnen alle. muss Ihre Ausweispapiere sehen.
Entschuldigung.
Was machen die da mit dem U-Boot?
Vorschlagen irgendwas. Geheime Kommandosache.
Genau wie diese Überwaffe, die ganz England zerstören soll?
Ja, irgend sowas wahrscheinlich.
Glaubst du, dass sowas funktioniert?
Wenn überhaupt, dann bei der deutschen Armee.
Sieg heil!
Ihren Ausweis bitte. Bei welcher Einheit sind Sie?
Antworten Sie mir!
Diese Papiere sind nicht ausreichend. Zeigen Sie mir Ihren Passierschein.
Wacke!
Ich muss bloß Ihre Papiere sehen. Danke.
Herr Hauptmann!
Escape from Trondheim, Norway. 12th February, 1943. Excellent work, Lieutenant. Even without the support of Major Grillo, you handled the situation admirably. Taking out the U-529 and the Naxos prototype should keep the balance of Atlantic power on our side, and we're predicting that the next prototype will be delayed until this fall. But there's no time to celebrate now. You've got to get out of there fast. The base is on high alert, and the Germans aren't going to let you slip away without a fight. Make your way to the train depot on the north side of the facility. A German supply train captured for us by Norwegian resistance forces should be there soon. A squad of our troops will be on board to provide covering fire at the rendezvous. When they open those boxcar doors, they'll lay down covering fire as long as they can. Be careful to avoid firing on them. Use this attack as a diversion and get to that train. Once they're low on ammo, they're going to roll out of there as fast as possible. And if you're not on the train by that time, they will be forced to leave you behind. Good luck, Powell. Stanley Hargrove, Colonel, U.S. Army Commanding.
Da ist ein Eindringling!
Schau dort nach!
Da hab ich schon nachgesehen!
Ich schaue hier! Wie sieht er aus? Hat ihn jemand gesehen? Was war das für ein Geräusch?
Der ist im Abluftkanal!
Ich verfolge ihn!
Es sind Unbefugte auf dem Stützpunkt.
Nein, es ist nur ein einziger. Er trägt eine Offiziersuniform!
Ich hörte, es sollen 4 sein.
Achtung, Achtung! Es befindet sich ein Saboteur im Stützpunkt. Er trägt wahrscheinlich eine Offiziersuniform. Geben Sie auf jeden Acht, den Sie nicht kennen. Alle Soldaten sind in Alarmbereitschaft und suchen nach verdächtigen Personen.
Luftkanal!
Er versucht zum Bahnhof zu kommen.
Kommando. Versuch's doch noch! Ja, beim nächsten Mal mehr Mühe!
Achtung, Achtung! Es befindet sich im Stützpunkt. Er trägt eine Uniform. Geben Sie auf jeden Acht, den Sie nicht kennen. Alle Soldaten sind in Alarmbereitschaft.
I wet myself.
Let's go.